Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called St. Patrick's Day by Ed, And obviously this is well after St. Patrick's Day. I always have a backlog of puzzles that I do, and to be blunt, I get a little behind sometimes when I do these because I'd like to do all these puzzles. There's so many great puzzles out there, and it's hard to basically pick and choose the ones that I want to do. In this case, actually, I did it because I wanted to highlight a lesser, a person who hasn't set that many puzzles before. So or at least I haven't done that many puzzles, but actually I don't think I've ever done a puzzle by Ed, so I don't know. So anyways, sometimes I pick and choose depending on like what intrigues me. Sometimes I pick and choose because I think it's good for other people to learn how to do certain types of puzzles. Sometimes I just choose puzzles because like I want to sort of highlight people who aren't, that famous for setting puzzles. It just varies depending on the situation. Anyways, let's get to the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit such that every row, column, and designated 9-cell region contains the digits 1 through 9 exactly once each. We have the green clover is a German whisper line, where adjacent digits must differ by at least 5. The orange part is a Dutch whisper line, where adjacent digits must differ by at least 4. And I will be calling them whisper 5 and whisper 4 lines because a setter came up with this naming convention, and I thought it was brilliant because it's very easily extensible. Right? So I can just call these whisper 5 and whisper 4 lines. And we could have other types of whisper lines like whisper 1, whisper 2 lines, etc., etc. But say we had a 3 here. Then this digit would have to be either 8 or 9, and this digit would have to be 7, 8, or 9, because the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3 are 8 and 9, and the only digits which are 4 or more away from 3 are 7, 8, and 9. So that's an example of how these whisper 5/whisper 4 lines work. The digits in a cage add to the number in the top left corner. So these two digits must add up to 17. These two digits must add up to 3. And there are the cages. The white dot contains consecutive digits. So for example, if this were say 6, these would have to be 5 or 7 because the only digits which are consecutive with 6 are 5 and 7. And that's an example of how the white crop key dots work. And the black dot separates digits in a 1:2 ratio, also known as a black crop key dot. So for example, if this were say a 2 here, this would have to be 1 or 4 to maintain the 1:2 ratio that's between them. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. One thing I like to do, particularly with long whisper 5 lines, is pick a color on the whisper 5 lines and set one of the cells to that color. And then on the whisper 5 line, you'll always alternate between low digits and high digits on the whisper 5 line, the low digits being 1 through 4, the high digits being 6 through 9. And the reason why you know that is what digits can be next to a low digit on a whisper 5 line, 1 through 4. 1 can be next to 6 through 9, 2 can be next to 7 through 9, 3 can be next to 8 or 9, 4 can only be next to 9 on a whisper 5 line, all of which are high digits. What digits can be next to a high digit on a whisper 5 line, which are 6 through 9? 6 can be next to 1, 7 can be next to 1 or 2, 8 can be next to 1 through 3, and 9 can be next to 1 through 4, all of which are low digits. So you'll always alternate between low and high digits on a whisper 5 line. And notice 5 is never on a whisper 5 line. because if you subtract 5 or more from 5, you get 0 or less, which is not a normal Sudoku digit. If you add 5 or more to 5, you get 10 or more, which are not digits. So that's why you'll always alternate between low digits and high digits on a Whisper 5 line. So, first of all, also, 17, two digits adding up to 17 is always going to be 8 and 9. If they are unique, which they have to be here. And to add up to 3, it must be 1 and 2. So this has to be 1 or 2 here. Let's start coloring the clover. I don't know. Let's pick... Let's pick yellow and orange, I guess. I guess we could have picked green, too. Yellow and orange is kind of... So we're just going to make this yellow, orange. We have yellow here. This is orange here. Again, we'll always alternate. So then all of these are yellow. So all of these are yellow. And then all of these are orange. Okay. What does this tell us? Okay, one thing we know is yellow cannot be high digits. And the reason why is in this left central box, we already have 2 high digits here. If yellow were also high, in this box, we'd have to have 5 high digits, but there are only 4 high digits total. So therefore, that's a contradiction. So yellow has to be low. So these are all low, and orange has to be high. Well, this digit cannot be 8 or 9 because of the 8-9 pair in the box. And it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this cannot be 6, it's then 7, which has to be next to 1, 2 as a pair. This digit cannot be 1 or 2 because of the 1, 2 pair in the box, so this must be 3 or 4 here. We have 4 lows already in row 6, which eliminates lows in the rest of the row. So the rest of the digits in row 6 must be high or 5 remaining. Same thing with column 4. We have 4 low digits in that column. Oh, this is high here. This has to then be 6 or 7 here, because it can't be 8 or 9 because of the 8-9 pair in the row or the column. These are 2 low digits, and the only digit which can be next to 2 low digits is another low digit. So this must be low here. These digits are next to 2 unique high digits on the Whisper 5 line, right? This is next to these 2, which they are in the same row. This is next to those 2, which are also in the same row. So this cannot ever be 4. And to be surrounded by these, it has to be 1, 3 surrounding a 2 here. So this is 1 and 3. This is 1 or 3, and they have to be next to a 2. 2 eliminates 2 here, so that's 1, that's 2. In column 4, again, we have all the lows accounted for, so this must be high or 5. And where is the 4? It has to be one of these 2. It cannot be here, because if that's 4, it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 4 line. Whisper 5 line. So therefore, 4 has to be here, which makes this 1 or 3. 4 can only be next to 8 or 9 on a Whisper 5 line, so this has to be a high, and it's 8 or 9. 1 and 3 guarantees this has to be 8 or 9 on... How did I get 9 there? This is 8 or 9. This has to be next to both 1 and 3 on a Whisper 5 line, so this is also 8 or 9. And this has to be next to a 6 or 7. 3 cannot be next to either of them, so this is 1, which makes that 3. 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 3, which can only be next to 8 and 9 on a Whisper 5 line. So those are 8 and 9 as a pair. This cannot be 8 or 9 here. And it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this is 7, which is next to 1 and 2. This can't be 7. It could be 6, 8, or 9 here. Where is 3 in column 5? Cannot be here because of 3 in the box. Can't be here because of 3 in box. Can't be here because it's high or 5. So it has to be here because it can't be here because that's a 1. So this is 3, which is next to 6 in a 1 to 2 ratio. So we have low here. This is high. Remaining digits in this lower central box have to be 5 and 6. So this is a 5, 6 pair, which is high and 5. That eliminates 5, though, in the rest of the row, or rest of the column. So this can't be 5. It's high, then, guaranteed, which has to be 7. We have 4 high digits already in this central box, which eliminates high in the rest of the box. This can't be high, it's 5 then, which eliminates 5 from being those digits. And this makes this a low and is 4. So we have 4, that's 5. This must be a 6, 7 pair. So these are 4 digits. That forces this to be 8 and 9. This digit is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line because they're in the same box, so it's 1, 2, or 3. This has to be next to a 6 or 7 at minimum. Sorry, at maximum. So therefore it's 1 or 2 there. Remaining digit in column 5 is only a 4. So that's a low and that's a 4. Which means this is a high 5 pair here. But we have 4 highs already in row 2. Which eliminates highs in the rest of this row. So this cannot be high. Therefore that's a 5. Which makes that a high there. That leaves the rest of row 2 as low digits. This is 5 again. This is 8 or 9. We have an 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 pair here. So this must be a 5, 6 pair there. One of these is going to be a 9. So 4 cannot... This is next to 2 unique digits anyways on a Whisper 5 line. So this can't be 4 here. It's 1, 2, or 3. This is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So it's 1 or 2. Because it can't be 3 because of 3 in the row. Remaining digits then in row 4 cannot be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So it's 4, 7, 8, 9. This cannot be 7, 8, 9 because of the 7 in the box and the 8, 9 pair in the box. So this must be low as a 4, which makes these both high. So this is 4. No 4 here. It's 7, 8, 9. This is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, and it cannot be 7. So this is 8, 9. This is 1 through 4 here. We have 4 high digits in column 8, which eliminates high digits in the rest of the column. This can't be high then. So this must be 5, which means this can't be 5 anymore. That's high, which means what is the remaining digit in this left central box? It has to be pink as a 5. Okay. 4 eliminates 4 here. So that's 3. This can't be 3. It's a 1, 2 pair, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the box. This can't be 1 or 2. Cannot be 3. So this must be 4, which has to be only next to 9 on Whisper 5 lines. So 9 eliminates 9 here. So that's 8, which makes this 9, which makes that 8. 9 eliminates 9 here. So that's 8, which makes this 9, which makes that 8. 8 eliminates 8 here. So that's 9 and 8. 9 eliminates 9 here. So that's 8. This can't be 8 or 9, it's 7. This can't be 7, 8, or 8, so that's 9. And this can't be 7, 8, or 9, it's 6, which can only be next to 1 on a Whisper 5 line. So this is 1 and 1. 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 2. 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 2 and 1, which makes that 2. This is 5, this is 6. 2 cannot be next to 6 on a Whisper 5 line. This is 7, that's 6, that's 7. This can't be 6, 7, or 8. It's 9, which makes this an 8 here. Again, this is 5. These are low. These are low. This can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 1 or 2 because of 1 or 2 in the columns. So this has to be a 3-4 pair here. This can't be 3. This can't be 2 because of 2 in the box. This can't be 1 because of 1 in the box. So that's 2. That's 1. Remaining digits in row 6 are, sorry, row 5 are 3 and 6. Remaining digits of row 3 are 3 and 5. And this cannot be 5 because of 5 in the column. So that's 3, which makes this 4, which makes that 3, and this is 5. So this is pink, that's blue. Blue eliminates blue here, so that's red and blue there. Or specifically, 3 eliminates 3 there, so that's 6 and 3. Remaining digits of column 1 are all high. And 8 cannot be any of these, so 8 has to be here. We have all high digits already in column 2, but we also have all low digits in this upper central box. So this cannot be low, it cannot be high. It's 5, therefore, which makes this high. Remaining digits in column 2 then are low. Remaining digits in column 3 have to be, well, it's a combination. It can't be low, high. So this has to be low and 5. Okay. Remaining digits of column 8 have to all be low because we have 4 highs and a 5 already. That means in this upper right-hand box, we already have 4 lows, so therefore these must be high here. Okay. We don't have very much else information. Oh, this does have to be 4, so this is 1, 3 as a pair. This is 2, 3 as a pair. Okay, we do have enough. We have 4 lows already accounted for in row 9, which means the rest of the row cannot be low, so this can't be low here. This is 5, which means this can't be 5 here. Those are lows, and those are 1, 4 as a pair. This is 5 guaranteed. This is 6 guaranteed. This can't be 6 or 8 or 9, so that's 7, which makes that 9 there. These have to be high. We have all 4 highs in column 7, so this is low and 5 as a pair. This can't be 5. This is low or high. The rest we just probably have to do normal Sudoku. This is 2 and 5 as possibilities there. This is 6. This can't be 6, 8, or 9, so that's 7. That leaves that as a 9 there. These have to be, this can't be 7 because of 7 in the row, so this is 6, that's 7. 6 eliminates 6 here, so this cannot be 6, that's normal Sudoku. This is a 5, that's a 6. 5 eliminates 5 from being there, so this can't be low. We have 4 lows in row 8, so this is high, and this is low here. This must be 2. This is 5. This is 5. That's 6. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 3 and 2. This is left over as 5. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 1 and 2 there. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 3 and 1. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 4 and 1, which leaves that as a 4 and this as an 8. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, fairly straightforward. This is why I like this puzzle though does show why I like coloring, because you gives you a lot of things, restricting things which you might not be able to see earlier, right? So for example, we figured out these had to be lows because we would have too many highs in this box. Because this was 8, 9 as a pair, this had to be 7, and etc., etc. There's a lot of advantage to basically just setting one color on a Whisper 5 line and then alternating between that and another color. because it gives you a lot of information that you wouldn't necessarily be able to spot immediately if you didn't do something like that. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.